Day 6. It's time to continue the reading. 100 Days to Brave by Annie F. Downs. And we are up to day 6. Let's see. Oh, we're actually into a new section. Brave Enough to Be You. The planet just really needs you to be you. Okay? Alrighty. So we will get onto day 6. And the title of day 6 is The Lies You Believe. And the woman said to the serpent, "We may eat of the fruit of the trees in the garden, but God said, you shall not eat of the fruit of the tree that is in the midst of the garden, neither shall you touch it, lest you die." But the serpent said to the woman, "You will not surely die." That's Genesis, the 3rd chapter, verse 2. Eve was the first woman deceived by words, but not the last. God had said one thing, Satan said another, and Eve fell for Satan's lies. Sin and shame entered our world, and Jesus paid for it with his life. See, your struggle to separate truth from lies is something that every human wrestles with. It's hard to believe truth if your mind is flooded with confusion and false stories. And Satan is the one who is always trying to kill, steal, and destroy. Reference John chapter 10, verse 10. Satan is a liar. I know you know that, but I want to say it again. He is a liar. He wants to define you, label you, and stop you from being brave and doing the work God has for you. When Satan lies to you, for instance, you've got zero talent, you begin to swirl that thought around in your head. She's better at this job than I am. I'm definitely the dumbest person in this office. Soon, lies to yourself lead to lies about others. Have you met the new office manager? Not very smart, that one. Because you are hurting and insecure. You hear a lie, you treat it like truth, and it begins to define you like a label. And then you act out on that label. It's a vicious cycle that can be treated only by a heaping dose of truth, the real stuff. That's why I love the Bible. In His Word, God has already given you all the labels you need, and that's how we learn how to treat ourselves and each other. Friend, it's time to stop listening to Satan's lies and labels so you can hear the truth. The topic that's brought out today says, it's hard to believe truth if your mind is flooded with confusion and false stories. Man, I am pretty sure we can all relate to that because we all have those thoughts. We hear those things that we know aren't necessarily true about ourselves and even sometimes about others, but yet because we have a lack of self-confidence, we start to believe those things and accept that more than accepting the strong, courageous, wonderful, positive things about ourselves. So the call to action for Be Brave is read the story of David and Goliath, and that story is found in 1 Samuel chapter 17. And it says, what are some labels that other people gave David? Which ones were actually true? Okay, so that means we have a little bit of homework. So if you are able to, a Bible reader, believer or not, if you choose to read 1 Samuel 17, read it. Take note of some of the labels that other people gave to David, and also which of those labels were actually true. Leave a comment. We can talk about it. We can discuss it. So again, Day 6, the lies you believe. And I think for me, I'm familiar with the story of David and Goliath overall. Understanding David was a shepherd, the youngest son. He tended the sheep. The dad had him take food to the brothers as well as the army, because some of the older brothers were in the army. The dad had David take food there, and David taking the food there. Goliath was there, saying the things that he would say, I guess taunting the army. And the army, they were afraid. They would run and hide, I believe that's what the story says. Anyway, David took it upon himself pretty much to face Goliath. And being the little small run-of-the-litter kid, he's facing this giant. Remember, Goliath, I believe, is talked about as being a giant. And he won. David won. So David had enough confidence in himself and in God, actually. And he slayed Goliath. So if you get an opportunity, definitely read 1 Samuel 17. I'm actually going to read it. And I'll take note of some of the labels that people gave David and which ones were actually true. And then for us, even if in our own lives, think of some of the labels. We don't even have to think about labels that people put on us. We can think about the labels that we put on ourselves. And let's begin to dismiss those lies and to embrace the truth of who we are. We're brave, we're strong, we're courageous, we're more than conquerors, we're overcomers, and begin to walk and live in that truth and operate in that truth as well. So thanks for joining me for day 6. Again, if you'd like to get the book, 100 Days to Brave, Annie F. Downs, it's available on Amazon, any of your bookstores, local library. Let's continue to become our most courageous selves over these next 100 days. Remember to leave comments below if you like. I 100% appreciate it. I will interact and respond to the comments that are made below, and we will continue to grow together over these next 100 days. We got day 6 down. Until tomorrow for day 7. Thanks for watching.